Alright, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. I want to apologize in advance because I think I'm getting sick, so my voice might sound a little bit different today. I've been pretty lucky. I don't really get sick very often. I haven't been sick in probably over a year, but I'm feeling congested and groggy. My throat hurts, but hey, still got to make a video. Still got to work. Maybe that's even a reason for you to give this video a thumbs up. So first up in the news, a potential Justin Compton comeback. So recently, Justin Compton did a training video with Dave Mad Max 6 out there in Gold's Gym, Venice. And he's looking massive. And lately we haven't seen a whole lot from Justin. And Justin, honestly, is one of my favorite bodybuilders and was one of my favorite bodybuilders. I even did a video last year about bodybuilders that I felt had the most potential and then suddenly disappeared, and Justin was one of those bodybuilders. I mean, the come-up of Justin Compton was incredible. I mean, I can remember back in 2015 or 2016, the Raising Compton YouTube series, watching that while I was doing cardio. I was a huge fan of Justin. Still am, and he kind of just went from 0 to 100 real quick in terms of putting on size and really incredibly transforming his physique. And he was working with Hani Rambod. That was his coach. He was working with Evogen Nutrition. And Hani was even saying that he believes Justin is the next Mr. Olympia. And keep in mind, Hani was the coach and still is the coach of Phil Heath. So obviously this was a guy that recognizes talent. Now Justin's pro career, competitively, would only span about 3 years, from 2013 to 2016, making his pro debut at the IFBB Wings of Strength competition in Chicago, taking 5th there, then in 2014, improving that placing at the Europa Show of Champions in Orlando, and he won that show. 2015 Arnold Classic, his first Arnold Classic ever, he takes top 3. 3rd place at that 2015 Arnold Classic. He goes on to take 3rd that same year at the 2015 Arnold Australia. And then at his Olympia debut in 2016, 10th place, top 10 at his first Olympia ever. Justin Compton was incredible. He had an incredible amount of size. You know, his back was insane. His triceps were insane. There were so many freak factor body parts that Justin had. And he had such a crazy amount of potential. He was so young in 2016, and he is still very young. He's 31 years old. But in 2016, when he suddenly took a hiatus, he was supposedly having medical issues. And we haven't seen Justin compete since 2016. And it was never really made clear what exactly the medical issues were. There were people speculating that it was a kidney issue. There were pictures floating around of Justin where he had clearly downsized quite a bit in a very short amount of time. And then within about 6 months to a year's time, Justin was just completely out of the conversation when it came to professional bodybuilding. I mean, he was just gone. So that's why I wanted to include these photos that recently came up of Justin from this training session that Dave Mad Max 6 filmed. And there's going to be a video of this apparently on the YouTube channel, on Dave's YouTube channel, Jay's YouTube channel, Jay Cutler TV. But two of the things that intrigue me here is, number one, Justin is looking to have regained a lot of size. I think Justin looks really, really good here. But the other thing that intrigued me, but somebody commented on one of the pictures asking if Justin was ever going to compete again. And Dave responds, "You'll have to watch the video," with a winky face. I don't know, man. Justin's looking pretty big, and that seemed like a pretty suggestive comment. I, for one, would love to see Justin come back, assuming he is healthy and he is able to. He's injury-free, and medically, he's okay to come back. I would love to see him come back because I think out of all the bodybuilders in recent years, he had really the most potential and then just disappeared. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about how Justin is currently looking, and do you want to see Justin make a comeback? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, next up in the news, I absolutely love this story. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just posted on his Instagram a post about his daughter, Simone Johnson, and I really like to see this. So his daughter just got a WWE contract. Simone Johnson is Dwayne Johnson's firstborn daughter, and she just signed with NXT, which is WWE's developmental brand. And The Rock's caption on this post reads, "Dreams ain't just for dreamers. Congrats to my firstborn Simone Johnson on officially signing her wrestling contract with WWE NXT and on her way to becoming the first ever 4th generation WWE athlete." That is a reference to The Rock, The Rock's father, and The Rock's grandfather, all being involved in professional wrestling. a terrific wrestling lineage there. The Rock goes on to say, carry on your family name proudly, but your road will always be yours to create, earn, and own. So proud, live your dream, let's work, humble hungry, hardest workers in the room, 4th generation. So I just thought this was kind of a cool, heartwarming story, and of course, any story involving The Rock is a story that I like to report on because The Rock is the man promoting Athleticon. And speaking of Athleticon, I'm told that sometime during this week, there's going to be a big Athleticon announcement, possibly tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe to this channel right now if you haven't already, because you know I'm going to keep you guys posted as soon as that update comes out, and any other updates involving Athleticon that do come out will be on this channel immediately. So you can rest assured that when Phil Heath accepts that Athleticon contract and he's on that competitor list for the 2020 Athleticon, it will be reported right here. Now, another little interesting Easter egg about Philip Heath is he recently posted a photo on his Instagram attending the Titan Games, on set at the Titan Games. For those of you that are unaware, the Titan Games is a show of The Rock's. And in that post, Phil Heath tags both Danny Garcia and The Rock, who are both promoting Athleticon together. Now, again, we already knew that he had some kind of relationship with The Rock and Danny Garcia. They've hung out. They're friends. They're business partners to some extent. And I think that this post is just another hint, another breadcrumb even, a breadcrumb on a trail of crumbs that's going to lead us to something absolutely delicious. Because we've also heard that Phil Heath is supposedly making some kind of announcement before the end of February about whether or not he's going to do the 2020 Olympia or attend the 2020 Olympia. And we know there's this possible announcement coming out this week from Athleticon. We don't know exactly what it's going to be about. Phil Heath was obviously hanging out with The Rock 22 hours ago or a day ago when this picture was taken. That's a lot of breadcrumbs. This is going to be a pretty big loaf of bread. And I think when you slice into it, what you're going to find is an Athleticon competitor list with Phil Heath's name at the top of it. But that's just a theory. Maybe I'm completely crazy, and this Athleticon lineup is going to be completely weak. But let's be honest, guys. Do you really think that The Rock is going to have his first bodybuilding show ever and have a weak, disappointing lineup? Nah! I don't think so. Now, the final story that I have for you guys today, actually, this is another one of my favorite stories. A collaboration, a very cool collaboration, between two Mr. Olympia champions. A classic physique Mr. Olympia champion and a men's open Mr. Olympia champion. Brandon Curry and Chris Bumstead posted a training video together, and this is actually up on Chris's YouTube channel right now, and this was filmed at the grand opening of Brandon Curry's gym, Carbon Culture, in Franklin, Tennessee. So shout out to Brandon's gym, Carbon Culture. If you live in that area, make sure you go check it out. But honestly, the thing that I really liked about this collaboration is it's something you don't really see, and I don't even know if we've seen it before. A current Mr. Olympia champion in Men's Open training with the current Men's Open champion in Classic, because there's always seemed to be kind of a little bit of tension between the two categories as to, especially with calling themselves Mr. Olympia. We've seen before certain Mr. Olympia champions in Men's Open don't think that the title Mr. Olympia should be used by the other categories like Classic or 212 or Men's Physique. So I just thought it was cool to see this mutual respect and this camaraderie between Brandon Curry and Chris Bumstead training together, doing a collaboration. They clearly do respect each other. Both of them won their first Mr. Olympia titles this year. Chris Bumstead finally beat Breon Ainsley, and Brandon Curry finally won his Olympia. It's just overall a feel-good video, and I highly encourage you guys to go over to Chris Bumstead's channel right now and check it out and watch the full video if you have not watched it already. It's fantastic. Love to see it. So that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Trying to make this one a little bit quicker because I'm not really feeling that great. My throat is killing me, but I still got to get through this video. So make sure you like this video. If you did, in fact, enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet already. There's going to be updates coming out about Athleticon, the 2020 Olympia, Phil Heath. All of that lovely stuff will be covered right here on this channel. So you can go ahead and take this video out of the oven, stick a fork in it, because it's done. And as always, Nick Strength and Power, signing out.